Hello and welcome to our preview for Talk Norwich for Jack and all the boys there, all the Norwich fans. This is our little preview, giving you everything you need to know about Everton. We're crap. That's all you need to know. Our goalie's rubbish. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. Just if you know the manager, just tell him to bombard our goalkeeper, and you'll score at least 3 goals. I would say.
Normally they would, yeah, but he's not going to be.
He's not going to be playing, so that's good news. That's good news from us.
That's a rubbish plan.
How do we put over how our season's been so far to Norwich fans who'll be thinking it's been a bit of a mixed start? I'm sure they'll think, or even a disappointing start.
For us or for them?
For us. So how do we?
For us, yeah, it started off okay. I think. Obviously, Watford at home was rubbish, wasn't it? But then we won at Southampton. Then we lost to City, so that was really a rubbish start. But then we kind of picked it up, beat Chelsea, and we were ticking along with. I mean, I think it was going okay up until the derby. The derby was rubbish.
It was. Last couple of games. I think what we'd say is, we probably thought this was going to be a very, very mixed or poor season. We were poor last season. We finished the season poor. We didn't really start the season with much optimism. But then when we went to that Southampton game, something felt like it changed.
I wasn't as negative as what you were.
Yeah, but that's because you're a dreamer.
Then I saw her fit. No, I look at last year as probably a little bit of a blip. I still think we've got enough good players that we're still better than most sides.
I think there was a lot of negativity coming to the season because if you'd looked at our fixture list, the first 9 games were against. The first 10 games were against 8 of the teams who finished top 8 last season. So we thought it was going to be a difficult start. Obviously Manchester City, obviously Chelsea, obviously Arsenal, Manchester United, Liverpool, Tottenham, Swansea, Southampton. We've played them all already. So from that point of view, it has been a mixed start, and we've been beaten obviously by Man City and Arsenal and Man United, obviously in the last couple of games. But if you take the fact that we've played all them games, it's not terrible. It's not actually a terrible start. We've lost 3 games, but they're probably against the 3 best teams in the Premier League.
Yeah, I think if you look at it, if you're looking at league table or points rather than league position, the 3 or 4 points off the European places haven't probably had the most difficult start for a few years. So to be in that situation now, coming into a run of games where there's no easy games in the Premier League, but they're more favourable, shall we say, and some home games where you'd expect us to win. It means that the next block of games up towards Christmas, Everton could find themselves.
Yeah, we've still got to play. We've got West Ham, we've got Leicester.
We've got big games.
We've got tough games coming up because those teams have done well. But we've managed to play a lot of the really tough teams. Lost 3 games. Draws have killed us as well.
That's what's
Watford,
been the problem.
Swansea, we battered them.
Liverpool should have beaten
we should have beaten them. So I suppose we are where we are. But I suppose the good thing is, and obviously coming into this game, we're still in the League Cup at the moment, and if we could beat Norwich, I mean, that for us, I think would be a great start of the season. Still being in the League Cup at this stage would probably be a really good start of the season.
It'd be a decent start. I think we'd like to be a couple of places higher up, but if we could get into the quarter final by, and obviously beating Norwich the game takes either side into the quarters. And then a home draw, this is a tournament we normally go out of.
Exactly.
About 4 weeks ago. So for us to go into the quarter final with a potential, hopefully a home draw, who knows? It's one of them, isn't it? I think it's a season that can get better. There's no question about it. But I think for us, if you're a Norwich fan, I think you're looking at Everton. The biggest thing I would say is that we don't have any kind of formation. We just put players on the pitch.
Get on the pitch, lads.
Go and try and play like Barcelona, and
doesn't really work.
No, more like Barnsley. No disrespect to Barnsley.
To be fair though, I mean we've had quite a lot of injuries already. I mean, Seamus Coleman's been out for a period. Leighton Baines.
Well, the whole back four's gone.
Yeah, Leighton Baines has been out. John Stones has been out. Phil Jagielka's out for the best part now of 2 to 3 months.
The only one that's not been out's been the goalkeeper,
which is just utterly bad. So the whole back four's been decimated. We've had to bring kids in. We've got a guy called Funes Mori from Argentina, who people from Argentina told us he was going to be a little bit dodgy, but he's been good so far. So from that point we've done all right. But standout performance for us this season, Ross Barkley's been better, but he's still annoying, isn't he? He still does things that you just go, oh, why didn't you just do the simple thing? But then he's scoring, and his assists are well up.
I think we know that he's got more to give, so he's a little bit up and down. I would have said, well, I did say Jagielka before up to the United game had been fantastic for us. Had an absolute mare against United. Didn't do great against Arsenal the weekend, and he's gone now. I think probably I'd have to say Galloway, because he come in with very little experience at left back. He's only 19 and hasn't looked out of place. So I'd say as a surprise element, Brendan Galloway's probably been our standout.
Yeah, I mean Lukaku, he scored goals, but the system doesn't suit him, so he doesn't score as many goals as he should. As we've mentioned,
got Delafeu, but he's up and down.
He's up and down. When he does good stuff, he does good stuff, and when he's bad, he's very bad. Stones was great till he got injured, and he's come back again slowly. Coleman's back now, but he's been poor since he come back.
Gareth Barry's probably had he's probably been one of our best players, although the last couple of games he hasn't been as effective, I suppose. But it's one of that. I think, like you say, a mixed bag.
Tom Cleverley was doing all right till he got injured as well. Naismith was great for one game.
I mean, this was a kind of a preview, and basically it's just been us talking about all the injuries we've got, which it wasn't supposed to be. But I suppose for us, I think, from our point of view, I know we're a good side and we play decent football. But I still think, for me, the thing that I'm missing is we haven't got a proper formation. It doesn't, or certainly a formation that suits the players we've got, and we've got a goalie who's absolute garbage.
The goalie's garbage. So. I think if we had your goalie, I think we'd have maybe 4 or 5
easily
more points
than what we've
so that tells you all. That tells you all. You can have the best team in the world and have a terrible goalie, and you're going to have a terrible team. You can have the worst team in the world and have a brilliant goalie and be doing really well. That can be the difference. We're not doing as well as we should be, but we'll see. Over the next month is really going to. By the time we play here in the league next time, I think we'll have more of a better idea of how we're going to get on for the rest of the season. Because we're going to be playing a lot more sort of average teams, and obviously if we're still in the League Cup. So thanks to the lads over there at Talk Norwich. We've been Toffee TV. We'll see you soon.